Today we're talking about J.J. Taylor, running back, Arizona. Don't forget, like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with everything that we're kicking out for this 2020 rookie class. Taylor's 5'6", 180 pounds, and in his career with Arizona, he had 587 carries for 3,263 yards and 18 touchdowns. It's 5.6 yards per carry. In a receiving game, he had 62 catches for 487 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's about 7.9 yards per catch. I do want to talk about his attempts specifically. He never had more than 255 attempts, and he only had that one time. In 2016, he had 38 attempts. In 2017, he had 146. 2018, he had 255. And then last year, he had 148 attempts. And in the catches, half of his catches, 32, came in 2019. For athletic ability, we gave him a 6.4 out of 10. The things we noticed when we watched his footage is he has a good short area burst. His speed is good, but not great or elite. He's an explosive player, and he's got good agility. You know, I likened him to a guy like Sproles, the way he can kind of jump and move around real smoothly and real easily, and that goes to his athletic profile. You know, the kid's got, obviously he's not got a huge frame, 5'6", 180, but he handles that really well, you know, and that short area burst is very evident. Watch footage from 2018, 2019. You see it across the board. The kid is very good, and he has a more than functional speed to play at the next level. For toughness, we gave him a 5.7 out of 10. You know, the kid is really tough. You know, especially if you watch him in like pass protection, he's not afraid to go up against the defense's biggest guy. You know, kind of the most lethal player on the team coming in on a blitz or somebody who's gotten free off the edge. You know, he's not afraid to stick his nose in and take him on. Unfortunately, at his size, oftentimes you saw the guy kind of run through him, kind of shut him real easy. And, you know, and it's just not an area that he's super strong in, obviously. And that's nothing against him. That just kind of is what it is. And he shows a lot of toughness running, not only pass pro, but the dude runs between the tackles a lot, and he does a really good job finding the crease in there. You know, at his size, you'd think that those guys would kind of bounce outside and try to get it and explode downfield. But you know, he's really good at getting between the tackles, and you know, those two areas kind of helped his toughness rating in our eyes go up. For vision, we gave him a 6.1 out of 10. You know, the kid's a very confident runner. You can definitely tell that he diagnoses the play pre-snap and post-snap really well. You know, he trusts what he's doing. Not only does he have good footwork to get him where he needs to go, he's got good vision, especially on like zone read plays. And he gets north and south super quick. You know, he's one of those running backs that if the size wasn't the issue, you know, you could see him easily projecting as a 3-down type back with the way that he sees the entire field. We really like his vision. That's one of the best areas of his game. For hands, we gave him a 6.8 out of 10. In our opinion, by far his best ability going into the NFL. You know, he only had one really solid year of production, you know, 32 catches in 2019. We would love to have seen them utilize him more in the passing game, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly on tape why. Other than the fact that they have a pretty decent group of receivers on that team, you know, so it may just be that it's kind of hard to get everybody involved in the passing game. But he really does a good job in going up and getting the ball. He does a good job going with it with his hands and not trying to let it come into his body before making the catch. You know, we definitely see him projecting as that pass catching kind of scat back out of the backfield when he gets to the next level. For Yak, we gave him a 5.4 out of 10. Unfortunately, this is probably the area that we have the most concern about to his game. You know, we noticed that he would get tackled really easily. You know, but what do you expect? You know, he's giving up a significant amount of weight to most, if not all, the defenders that are going up against him, other than the cornerbacks. You know, and with him running between the tackles a lot, that means he's taking on, you know, 250, 300-pound linemen. Then if he gets past those guys at the next level, he's taking on, you know, 210 to 240-pound linebackers. I mean, it's giving up a significant amount of weight. So it's hard to knock him too much on it. But, you know, this is definitely an area of concern at the next level. Overall, we gave him a 6.1 out of 10. Obviously, if you've been following the channel, definitely not one of our highest scores for the running backs. But he has a role at the NFL level. The NFL isn't what it was 10, 20 years ago. There are plenty of backs, that are smaller in stature that do just fine at the next level. He could definitely fill those roles just fine on a team, be the kind of change of pace, receiver out of the backfield. With his willingness to run between the tackles, he can even spell, on first and second down and do some between the tackles work. It's not that he doesn't have a place in the NFL. He more than has a place in the NFL because the kid is tough, the kid is physical, the kid is smart. He's willing to do whatever the offense needs him to do. The tough thing is, though, I don't know how much value that brings to your fantasy roster. At this point, until we see, as we get closer to the draft, obviously this will clear itself up a little more. But, looking at him right now, he's not getting drafted in most of our RotoHeat mock drafts, or if he is, he's going super late. And I anticipate it kind of being the way it is, maybe even into his rookie season being kind of waiver wire type guy. I could see him getting to the point where he could become something on your fantasy roster, but maybe nothing more than bye week fill-in type material at the I don't want to say at the most, but that's kind of what I anticipate seeing him doing. Definitely comment below and let us know who else you want us to rate and review, and let us know what you think about JJ Taylor.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.